Number 9. The red flag fiasco. Think about it. Requiring a trio to operate your vehicle. Back in 1865 Britain, that's exactly what happened. One person steering, another fueling with coal, and a third trudging ahead, swinging a red flag to alert folks a car's approaching. Top speed? Barely faster than a kid's first steps. But dig deeper, this wasn't for protection. It was all greed and dread. Railway giants spotted these engine-powered buggies as a threat to their empire, so they lobbied hard with lawmakers. Mission accomplished. While places like Germany and France raced ahead in innovation, UK creators were basically grounded, unable to experiment freely. This dragged on for 3 decades, leaving Britain in the dust as others accelerated. When they ditched the absurd rule in 1896, folks marked it with a drive from London to Brighton, dubbing it the Emancipation Run, Cars Liberation Day. Nowadays, they recreate it annually with old-school rides chugging at paces that once land you in trouble. Number 8. The ice cream pocket ban. Down in some southern spots, carrying an ice cream cone in your rear pocket while strolling is against the rules. Absurd, huh? Strap in for the backstory. Horses ruled the roads back then, and they cost a fortune. Think premium sedan prices today. That sparked a wave of clever crooks, not the rope-slinging types from films. These sly operators would saunter by a valuable steed with a cone stashed in their back pocket. The animal, sniffing that sugary lure, would trail behind like an eager pet. If confronted by the owner, the thief played innocent. "Hey officer, blame the horse's cravings." Standard theft statutes didn't apply since the creature was voluntarily following. Picture luring away someone's pup with hidden treats, same loophole. Laws had to get precise to plug that gap. And believe it, this one's still enforceable. So if you're in Kentucky with a treat, hold it up front like a civilized person. Number 7. No donkeys allowed in tubs. Envision this. Arizona 1924. A donkey picks an ancient metal bathtub out back as its cozy spot. Not your average beast, this one had preferences. Then chaos hits one evening when a dam fails, unleashing a flood through the hamlet. Our tub enthusiast? He becomes an accidental mariner, the container turning into a makeshift raft that floats him a whole mile away, like the most bewildered vacationer on a wild river ride. The community mobilized for a full-scale save, folks hauling gear and explaining absences. Boss, emergency donkey extraction from a floating bat. It ate up time and reserves, all for a soggy critter puzzled by his mobile bed. Irked officials allegedly outlawed such setups permanently after the budget blowout. But twist, this legendary rule might be total fiction. For all its fame as a quirky US statute, no one's unearthed it in Arizona's official records. Number 6. The Coffin Bomb. The 19th century faced a grim issue. Tomb raiding boomed. Med schools craved cadavers for training, no questions asked on origins. That birthed a shady trade of diggers exhuming recent burials for cash. Step in Philip K. Clover with his 1878 gadget, the Coffin torpedo. No mild buzzer here, it was a loaded shotgun primed to blast if the lid got tampered with. Picture a pilferer cracking open a grave, only to unleash a spray of pellets skyward. These setups proved brutally successful. Papers buzzed about nocturnal graveyard bangs, dawn revealing abandoned shovels, and, well, harsh consequences for intruders. Yet it sparked legal chaos. Was it okay to plant lethal snares on unattended goods? What about accidental victims? Those 1,880 seconds debates molded today's rules on traps. Spoiler, you can't wire your stuff with boom makers, even against thieves. Number 5. The hatpin pedal. Imagine a jammed 1910 trolley. You're packed in tight when, ouch, a jab pierces your skin, drawing blood. Victim of a lady's hat, fastener. Era's headwear? Massive, like dinner plate proportions. To secure them against gusts, women wielded foot-long steel spikes, keen enough to skewer most things. Tensions peaked in 1908 after a fatal New York rail incident, death by unintended cranial poke. Municipalities rushed in regulations. Chicago capped pins at 9 inches unless capped safely. Cops patrolled it with measuring sticks. Violate? Slapped with a $50 penalty, around $1,500 now. Ladies push back smartly. These were their shield from harassers in crowds. A Chicago gal told the court flat out, "Want our pins gone? Clean up the streets first." Headlines cheered tales of Lady Thwart's attacker via hatpin. While gents toted firearms and blades freely, women got penalized for their style-savvy defense. The frenzy faded as trends shifted to tinier toppers. Number 4. The Window Levy. In 1696, England's rulers devised a rotten revenue scheme, billing for windows. Rationale? Affluent folks boasted grand homes with tons of panes, modest ones had scant. So, window count equals wealth tax. Straightforward? Hardly. Folks rebelled by sealing openings. Property owners mortared them shut to dodge fees, yet hiked rents for dimmer digs. Architects pivoted to minimal glazed designs. Spot these oddities today. Facades with blank patches screaming, "No light here." Sans ventilation and sun illnesses surged. TB, cholera, fever, rampaging through stuffy spaces. Lives lost because owners skimped on taxes.
This nightmare persisted 156 years, generations enduring shadows to evade charges. Stroll historic UK zones now, and those patched walls stand as grim reminders of a disastrously dumb duty.
Number 3. The Big Stink Statutes. 1858's London summer wasn't merely odorous. It was gag-inducing, with folks keeling over outdoors. Culprit? The Thames morphed into a massive public latrine. A prior mandate forced all structures to link to sewers, sensible on paper. But those pipes emptied raw into the river, brewing a foul broth that baked under heat. The stench overwhelmed so badly, lawmakers fled their chambers. These policymakers couldn't stomach their own handiwork. Desperate fixes like chemical-doused drapes or smoldering scents flopped. Gasping from fallout, Parliament sped through a huge upgrade bill in mere 18 days. Record pace. They tapped Joseph Bazalgette to overhaul. He oversized his pipe plans twofold. Critics mocked the excess. Yet that foresight keeps London's network humming amid undreamed expansion. Proves dire messes can spark enduring fixes. Number 2. The dual-busting rules. 19th century's odd epidemic. Adults blasting away over trifling slights. It escalated until states innovated bans. Plain prohibitions failed. Why? Dodging a challenge branded you spineless, worse than death for public figures who'd rather perish than face shame. Iconic case. Alexander Hamilton, key founder and treasury head, felled in combat by VP Aaron Burr over a barb. Ponder that, second-in-command offs a national hero. So legislators smartened up, not just outlaw duels, but bar duelists from government roles. Aspirants swore oaths denying involvement. Fib and is perjury. Duel post hire and you're out. Kentucky keeps this active. Every official, down to clerks, vows no deadly invites issued. Laughable today, but brilliant back then, offered a dignified out. I'd duel ya, but politics calls. Snuffed a tradition pressuring folks to gamble lives on egos. Number 1. The Paris Loaf Mandate. Post-revolution France drew a hard line, hands off the bread. 1789 saw loaves so pricey, folks blew 88% of wages on them. Picture forking over $3,500 from a $4,000 check just for staples, fuel for uprising. Fresh regime played safe with the decree sinking bakery breaks. Each shop logged vacation plans, authorities ensured neighborhood coverage, round the clock, no gaps. This held till 2015, 225 years of guaranteed fresh bakes citywide. Its repeal sparked doomsday headlines on baguette shortages and cultural collapse. French devotion runs deep. Another rule specifies true baguette ingredients: flour, water, salt, yeast only. Deviate? Can't claim authenticity. 2022 saw UNESCO honor the baguette as heritage, alongside icons like pyramids or the Great Wall. In France, it's more than sustenance, a safeguard against past woes repeating. That's our rundown. Got a bizarre law that's haunted your thoughts? Share it below in the comments. Let's see what tops these.